Good morning. Today I went and got me another 10 pounds of ground sirloin because it was on sale at my price chopper for $4.99 a pound. And the last tube I bought of this, which they're 10 pounds, was absolutely delicious when I fried it up. So I figured I'd make one of my most favorite meals out of half of this. We're going to make 5 pounds of the beef into a taco casserole. But we're going to turn that into a meal in a jar as well. So we're going to try some new things with it, but I really love this recipe, and I think I'll show it to you. So if I were making this in a casserole, I would take 1.5 pounds of hamburger. But since we're doing a big batch, I'm going to take 2.5 pounds of hamburger and fry that up first, and then do another 2.5 pounds. So let's get her grilling. Around here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning to it. 2.5 pounds. This seasoned 1 pound of hamburger. So I'm going to put 3 in this one and 2 in the next batch to even it out. Mix that in with that. Okay, so this is my second 2.5 pounds. I've already added the seasoning. We're about finished browning it. So what I would normally do if I was making my casserole right now is I would drain this and leave as much, because I normally don't use lean sirloin. I'd like an 80-20 mix or something I normally buy. So I would drain this and keep as much hamburger fat as I can in here to fry my onions and pepper mix, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But this ground sirloin has got like no oil in it, so I'm going to have to use some butter or something to fry those. So let me get this all scooped off, as if I was draining it. I'll be putting it into a dish on the side just to hold it while I did my onions and peppers. Okay, so we're melting this butter in here, trying to get some of that lovely taco flavoring off of that bottom of the skillet. Okay, and again, I would use 1 bag of peppers and onion frozen. Today we're going to use 3. So we're just going to let that cook down. Look at that delicious onions and peppers and pretty color. And I got this on a medium heat. So we'll see you when these are cooked down. Okay. Normally I buy the chopped peppers and onions, frozen, but this bird's eye was on sale. I kind of like the look of this better. Smells really good. So remember, so now, if I were making my one dish casserole, I would put in a can of corn. But today we're not. So making a big batch, I want to put 5 cans of corn in. Now a couple of these cans are out of date, but the vacuum is still good on it, so they're a bit not the same color as the more fresher cans, but they taste good. I tried them; they tasted fine. I love corn. I love sweet corn. And you're thinking, gosh, that's a lot of sweet corn. Not really. If I was making the casserole, it would have only been 1 can. But we're not. We're going big batch. So we're going to let that simmer for a while and get it all up to the same temperature. So what I would do now is add a can of Rotel to this mix. Bear in mind, it wouldn't be this full. And throw my hamburger in here. Mix it all up and let it simmer for about 20 minutes to get all the flavors to mix in together. But I'm running out of room in the skillet, so what I'm going to do is transfer this to the big pot that's got my hamburger meat in it, taco flavored hamburger meat in it. And then I'm going to put my Rotel in here in the big pot. I wouldn't drain this either. All that good flavor in that juice there. I just mix it all in with my Rotel. Rotel, hamburger, corn, peppers, and onions. Mix that all together. Then I pour it into a casserole dish after it's simmered for 20 minutes. So, okay, so for this we're going to add 4 cans of Rotel, undrained. I'm not draining it. Probably should add 5 cans, but I've only got 4, so that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so we'll mix that all together. Bigger spoon. Don't that look good? Oh yeah. Put that in a casserole dish. 9 by 13 is what I would have normally done. Then I'd have sprinkled a bag of grated sharp cheddar over the top of it. And then I would have mixed some cornbread Jiffy, one box of cornbread Jiffy mix, and just poured that over the top. You don't have to worry about it getting so much every inch covered, because it swells up and covers the whole tray. So when you cut into it in a dish, you got a whole layer of cornbread, cheese, and then your taco filling underneath. Oh my God, this is like one of my most favorite dishes. Well, we're going to try and put this in the jar. And then I'm going to make some Jiffy cornbread muffins and freeze dry those as well separately, the cornbread muffins. And then put one of those in the top of each jar. And we're going to see if we rehydrate the taco mix in a sealed jar with boiling water. Add boiling water, seal it with the cornbread muffin on top. And we're going to see if that kind of rehydrates the muffin. If it don't, I'm not worried, because you can always just break the muffin up and mix it in with your taco. But it'd be nice if it rehydrate the muffin. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to let that cool down. I'm going to mix up some Jiffy Mix. I don't think I need to show you that. Okay, I've extended this many hours. I just got home from work an hour or so ago, and so I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. And we're going to open her up. Okay, as you can see, we got, I did 3 trays of the taco casserole because I wanted to get some of my cornbread muffins put in. So I still have one more tray of the casserole to do, and then some more muffins to do as well. But I wanted to be able to make a meal in a jar sample so I can test that on this in one batch. So there you have it. So we'll get this jarred up, and I'll get back to you on a taste test. Okay, so I got some boiling water here. I want to show you what we did. I filled most of the jar up with the taco and then threw a little cornbread muffin on the top. The idea being, when I rehydrate this, I'm going to take the muffin out and fill it with water. We'll do 1 cup first and see what happens. Okay, that's a cup of water. The idea being, I'm going to put that muffin on the top there and seal it up. Let it sit for 20 minutes. I'm kind of hoping that the cornbread will soften up a bit, but I'm not worried if it doesn't soften up a bit, because I'll just break it up and mix it in with the taco casserole, and it'll add a little bit of a crunch to it. Either way, it's going to be good. But I'm kind of hoping it gets nice and soft. We'll see. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. In my rush to get all this canned, I forgot to put my cheese on the top of my taco mix before I put the cornbread in. So I'm going to have to go back and open these up and put some cheese in each one of those. About halfway through I realized that, and I put some cheese in here so it won't be rehydrated as well as it should be. But it's been 20 minutes, so let's have a look and see what happened. The bottom of the cornbread got wet and it didn't rehydrate. So I'm going to give this a stir. It tastes good, the cornbread, just the way it is. Now what I'm going to do is just put that in there and break that up. A little bit disappointed that it didn't rehydrate, but what I shouldn't have really expected it to. I thought maybe the steam from the mix would do it, but no, that didn't work. But it tastes good anyway. Just dry. Okay, here goes the taste test. Man, I think I told you already, but this is one of my favorite dishes anyway. And this is really good. That cornbread very quickly absorbed what moisture was left in the jar. So it's only very slightly crunchy, which is actually a nice texture added to it. I really loved the spaghetti, but I really like this. This ground sirloin just makes the dish too. It comes out so tender. Man, it's good. I'm going to sit here and eat this whole thing for sure. So, there you have it. Taco casserole in a jar.